Kia ora BBY, how's everyone going? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kyrin Palmer. I'm currently a year 13 at BFM College, but currently at homeschool. Hope you guys are all staying safe. By safe I mean at home. Enjoy the outdoors, indoors, my G's, and let's just vibe this out together. I'd like to apologize in advance, first of all for the slang that I use, and second of all for the audio quality and the visual quality. Might currently look like 24 karat magic and 240p, but we're just gonna have to deal with that for a little bit. Anyway, I've been asked to share some Devo ISO thoughts with you guys, so I'm ready to hop right in. So obviously lockdown, got a fair bit of time on our hands, and I first and foremost encourage you to spend that time in the Word. I have been taking this time to get to know the brother Paul a little bit better, because obviously if half of the New Testament is writings of Paul, it's obviously got some good stuff to say. So I've been hopping in and out of Hebrews and Romans, getting that juicy scripture. Funnily enough, at the dinner table the other night, it was a verse from 2 Corinthians that was shared. I think it was 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. It's a small verse, and it's the verse I kind of want to focus on in the small amount of time that I have with you guys. So 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 is, "We walk by faith and not by sight." And at that verse is a little reference that says, go to Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. So obviously when the Bible tells you to do something, you've got to go and do it. So Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 is, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." So I want to talk a little bit about that with you guys. Firstly, I'm reminded of that song Waymaker. It's a really good song. If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it now. But there's a line in it that says, "Even when I don't see it, you're working." And I think that's a big thing that we need to take into mind at the moment. I know for lots of people, people had mission trips planned. I had a mission trip planned, and I've had people come up to me like, "Oh, the mission trip is cancelled. Wouldn't God want that to go ahead?" And I've had other people come up and be like, "Oh, I want to do all this stuff for the church and for youth, and now I can't do it with this whole lockdown thing. I know, God's meant to be in control, but wouldn't He want this kind of thing?" And to a lot of people, the progression of heaven on earth, they think is suffering a little bit. But I think what we need to remember is, even when we don't see it, He's working. He's working throughout the situation. We've got the likes of BBY, doing cahoots, doing videos, doing Q&As, checking in with everyone. So although it's a little bit more difficult maybe than usual, we're still getting stuff done. And we just, faith, a big element of faith is about having trust, being led by spiritual conviction and not what we see, happening around us. And so I think that's one of the biggest things. We may not be able to kind of foresee what's actually happening, but God can. God's in control. You got the story of Noah. He's been told to build this boat, no rain whatsoever, it's dry as he's building this biggest boat, and everyone's looking at him like, what the heck? And I don't, I wouldn't be surprised if at some points Noah was like, "This is a little bit weird, obviously God's told me to, and I have faith in Him, but this is a little bit weird." And obviously we all know the story of how that went. If you don't know the story of Noah, just let me know and I'll pray for you. But the point is that God is in control, and that nothing happens outside of His will. Even when we don't see it, He is definitely working. Also on the whole, we walk by faith and not by sight thing, I just want to talk about something else that I kind of took away from that. When we talk about sight, sight is one of the senses. It's something we use. It's one of our own means we use in order to do things. If we couldn't see, we wouldn't be able to guide ourselves. And I feel like the whole phrase, "we walk by faith and not by sight," is just putting trust in the Lord. But it's like giving up our own means of guiding ourselves with what we want to do, and letting the Lord guide us. So obviously, people that have issues with their sight, you need glasses, but that's just natural selection. But people that are blind, or have a blindfold over their eyes, they need someone to guide them. And I feel like we're walking by faith and not by sight. It's been like, what, I'm not going to do things by my own means. I'm actually gonna be guided by the Lord. I'm not going to follow my own plans. I'm going to follow the plans of the Lord. So that's something I just wanted to share with you guys today. I know that may seem a little bit here and there. This isn't a sermon, all right? This is just kind of my Devo thoughts and ISO thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys. So I believe it's important to let you guys know what I think. Not that I'm important in that way, but like, just I think everyone just sharing, what they're getting from the Bible is so cool. So yeah, that's all I really had to say. I hope you guys are all keeping well. Just hold on for a little bit longer. Macca's is going to be open soon. It should all be good. But yeah, stay safe. Hope to catch you guys up in the near future. And all I have to say is, Michael, what do you think, brother?